Maz from the UK.
So, Sheikh, whenever I've heard the Prophet ﷺ saying that do the opposite of what Jews and Christians do, I've taken this to be a must, a fard on us. So, I was just confused about a hadith where he said that dye your hair because they don't do this. So, I'm not sure what does this actually mean. Do we like make our hairs red, blue, or what does this actually mean?
Okay.
Jazakallah khair.
Wajazak. First of all, the instruction to go against the Jews and the Christians and the idol worshippers, usually this is an order. And in Islam, in Usul al-Fiqh, the order verb is an indication of obligation unless there is another evidence that reduces it to recommendation. So, an example. The Prophet says, alayhi salatu wasalam, I used to forbid you from visiting graveyards. Now, visit them because it reminds you of the hereafter. The verb visit them is an order. So by default, any order is an obligation. But the scholars of Usul say, well, actually, this is true unless there is evidence to reduce it into a recommendation. What is the evidence? The evidence is any order that comes after a restriction, this restores it to the case it was before the restriction. So before prohibiting us from visiting the graveyards, what was the scenario? Everybody used to go to graveyards if they wanted. This is not obligatory. This is not prohibited. It's permissible. So after the prohibition was uplifted by the order, it takes the same ruling before the prohibition, which is permissibility. Another case, Allah says in the Quran, فَإِذَا حَلَلْتُمْ فَاصْطَادُوا. Once you're out of the state of ihram, you may hunt. Fastadu is an instruction, a verb, go and hunt. So does this mean when I clip my hair or shave my hair after ihram, I take my shotgun or my rifle and go and look for a game to shoot? No. Because before ihram, which is a prohibition for hunting, what was the ruling? Hunting is permissible. It's not neither obligatory nor recommended. It's just permissible. In this case, it goes back to the same status. Now, coming back to your question. The Prophet says, alayhi salatu wassalam, go against the Jews and the Christian idol worshippers, grow your beard, honor your beard, let go of your beard. Any hadith reducing this to recommendation? Nope. Then it's a must, it's mandatory. Okay, the Prophet said, go against the Jews and the Christians and dye your white hair, for they do not die. Okay, this is an order. Any hadith reducing it? The answer is yes. One, the Prophet himself had white hairs, he did not dye. Two, the Prophet himself said that do not pluck the white hairs you have on your face or on your hair, because they will come as light on the day of judgment, and many others. So these hadith show us that having a white beard or white hair is okay. The recommendation is that you dye it. How to dye it? You can dye it with any color that is suitable and that does not make you stand in a crowd. Nobody says, okay, what about green or pink? No, this is a little bit a new wave type of colors. The norm is to dye it with brown or with hinna, as it is the recommendation in so many things in the sunnah. So hinna is quite reddish, sort of, or orange color. So if you mix it with al-hakeem, it becomes dark brown, but the prohibition is from dyeing your hair with black, and this is totally prohibited, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. And have you ever taken a counseling session with me? Go to my website and you will find counseling sessions and apply for one. If you can afford it, that's good for you. If you cannot, you're entitled for one free session. And this is for everybody. If they can affirm by Allah that they cannot afford it because they're poor, I'll give them one free session without a problem, a full half an hour. So come to me and let's speak about it, inshallah, within the following 2 days or 3 days. And bi'idhnillah azza wa jal, I will try and seek Allah's guidance to solve your problem once and for all, bi'idhnillah.